Hi, and a huge welcome to our Passion, Publish and Profit training site. I'm really glad to have you here, and what you're going to find on the site is that it's broken down, all of the videos and all of the activities are broken down into really small, short and easy to consume bite-sized chunks. There's no real long videos for you to watch. I think probably the longest is maybe 9 or 10 minutes or something like that. So what I do is I teach you how to write and publish a book really fast, but don't worry, it's not a race. So just got the fan there blowing everything around. So it's not a race. You can work through at your own pace. However, I do advise that you go through it as fast as you possibly can. First of all, it's more fun when you do that. It's much more fun than when you've got something dragging out over a long period of time. But more importantly, the longer you take, the more likely you are to procrastinate, overanalyze, and more likely you are to end up being one of those 89% of people that I've talked about quite often, who dream about writing their book but then never actually do, and they don't get it published. I am here for your success. I do not want you to be one of those 89% of the population who do that. And the other thing is that the way I'm taking you through it is to ensure that you become a best-selling author, so that you don't end up, out of those 2%, you don't end up in the 91% who never actually do anything big with their book. And you become one of the only 9% who ever get it into the top 10, let alone to a #1 best-selling book. Now, you've got all of the recordings, and all of the trainings will be here on the website. So all the trainings, live trainings, will be recorded. It is much better if you can get onto the live presentation, because on there you will have your work reviewed. It's better if you can do it live, because then you can answer questions. You can ask questions and have them answered during the call. Obviously, if you're not on the call, you're not going to be able to do that around your work. So make sure you're on as many live training calls as you can be. Now, straight after this video, what I want you to do as well is jump over onto the Facebook community, onto our PPP, Passion, Publish, Profit VIP group, and go over there and introduce yourself. Give everyone else an idea of what it is that your topic is around and why you want to write a book. That's the place where you're going to go to pop in any of your questions as well in between the live calls, live casts, and to get support from everyone else in the group. So if you're in the group and someone else answers a question, you know the answer, then please help them out. It's also a great place for being able to share your book cover, for example, and get some different people's opinions on your cover. And you never know, you might even meet your next joint venture partner while in the group. Now, I just want you to trust and follow the process and the steps as you go through, because it is tried and tested. It has helped over 300 people become best-selling authors. So follow the assignments, carry each one of them out, because do not miss any steps out, because if you miss one part out, especially in the first module in the plan, then it is going to make a huge difference to your book and to the way people buy or read your book. So make sure you do every single one. Once you've done the activities in the order that they're there, submit your work for homework in the drop-off area. I'll show you that on the next video when I take you around the website and show you where everything is. And we will take a look, as I mentioned before, at those during the live calls. Now, rest assured, you've got more than enough right now in your head to write probably 4 to 5 books. And once you go through the exercises, you're going to see especially how easy it is, especially if you have, post-it notes armed with those. It's going to make your job a lot easier. So in module 1, we're going to start off just like you did at school. I am a school teacher by profession. And so if you go back to when you were writing a narrative or any type of writing in English or any other kind of, especially even when you got to high school and university, you have to think about your audience. That's the first thing that you need to think about. Most people think about their topic and what have you. So we're going to take you through the orientation. Who can remember what the orientation is in a narrative? That's right, it's all the W's, the why, the who, the what, and then the how. So starting with the end in mind, we're going to get really clear on what your why is, what your purpose is for writing your book. And we're going to come back and reverse engineer that. And then the next thing that we're going to look at is the who. Who's your audience, and what then is the message that they want to or they need to read. It's probably the heaviest module, and there's lots and lots of activities in there and lots of research and everything for you to complete. So please don't skip anything. And then we're going to go on to the most fun part, which is module 2, which is play, and we all like having fun playing. And for the actual play part, if you put aside dedicated time, you can actually do this part in one day, just in one day. That's the right part, writing your book. Okay, if you've set everything else up, you've done, it's like building a house, you've built the foundations all correctly, then the rest of it can come up and stay solid for a long time. Now, module 3 is all about publish. So I'm going to take you through the steps to publish, first of all on Kindle, but then on so many different devices, and also where you can go to publish your book in the print form, you know, wherever you want to go for that, even if you want to end up doing that with become a New York Times bestseller. Number 4 is promote. Obviously, we can't just put our book up there, or we can't just put it on the shelves. We have to do something around the promotion. So that's module number 4. And then what we're going to take you through there is the before, the during, and after your book launch. And number 5 is all around the profit, which is obviously one of the big reasons for most of us writing our book. So whether it's more or better consulting deals that you want, or whether it's working with more high-end clients in your coaching practice, so you can work with fewer clients but more at a much higher level, your book is going to help you to do that. Or whether it's growing your business around your book, more leads, more speaking on stage, or selling from the stage, that's what it's all about. And even if it's about leverage or leaving your legacy, and you want to leave any profits to charity, then also that's that's a great part in module number 5. So don't worry if you don't want to do all of it yourself. The other thing that we do for you, you've got enough there that if you do want to go and you want to go through the publish and the promote and the profit part, you can do that. However, if you just want to do module 1 and module 2, then we have systems in place where we can do the rest of it for you. So just there will be a place for you to go and contact and find out more about the done for you. Okay, so right now what I want you to do at the end of this video is pop along to the Facebook group, as I mentioned before, introduce yourself, and what's your why, what's the purpose for writing your book, and what is your planned topic. And then head straight on to module 1, and you can get started with that straight away. Once you've sent in your work for that part, and I know that you've got that part really right, then we will take you through to module number 2. So remember to post your work in the drop-off areas so we can go through that on the live calls. And when you post your work in the live drop-off area, say that you've done that section. So for each of the videos that you'll see in the next video, each of the different components to the module, you will have a drop-off place, and in there just put done, and then I want you to write in what is your number 1 biggest takeaway for that. And you can also go and pop that into the Facebook group, because that's really going to help keep that engagement, and for all of us to see. Someone else you might pop in your number 1 biggest takeaway, and someone else might have missed that and think, oh, okay, I'll go back and review it. So it's a great help to everyone as well. Okay, look forward to seeing you in module 1, and also the next video that comes just before that. Okay, take care.